In 2015, a team of geneticists at the University of Copenhagen did something nobody had ever attempted before. They took DNA samples from 938 people across 51 different indigenous populations in the Americas, from the Inuit of the Arctic to the Mapuche of Patagonia. Then they fed the data into a supercomputer and asked one simple question: how are the first Native Americans related to the rest of humanity? The results from most populations made sense. Siberians clustered with Siberians, East Asians with East Asians. The genetic patterns fit the out-of-Africa theory perfectly, except for one group. There was a signal in the DNA of some Amazonian tribes that shouldn't have been there, sequences that didn't come from modern humans at all. They came from a species we thought had vanished from the planet 40,000 years ago. This is the story of the one population on Earth that broke the human family tree, and the 40,000-year-old secret hiding inside their cells. To understand why this discovery was so shocking, we first need to understand how the model of human migration was supposed to work. The story of human genetic history begins in East Africa, between 200,000 and 300,000 years ago. That's when the first anatomically modern humans appeared. Tall, slender, with high foreheads and rounded skulls. Homo sapiens. Us. For most of that time, our ancestors stayed in Africa. They spread across the continent slowly, forming the deep genetic lineages that still exist today in populations like the San people of southern Africa and the Mbuti of the Congo. These groups carry the oldest human DNA on the planet. Then, somewhere between 60,000 and 70,000 years ago, something changed. A small group of humans, possibly only a few thousand individuals, walked out of Africa. They crossed the Sinai Peninsula, or the southern tip of the Red Sea, and they entered a world that already had other people in it. Other humans, but not the same kind of humans as them. In Europe, they met the Neanderthals, stocky, powerful, cold-adapted hominins who had been living in the region for at least 400,000 years. The two species coexisted for thousands of years. They competed for resources. They sometimes fought, and occasionally they had children together. Modern Europeans and Asians today carry between 1% and 2% Neanderthal DNA in their genomes. Africans, whose ancestors never left the continent in that wave, carry almost none. But the Neanderthals weren't the only other humans out there. In the cold mountains of Siberia, in a cave called Denisovan, scientists in 2010 discovered the bones of an entirely different species. They called them the Denisovans. We know almost nothing about what they looked like. We have only a finger bone, a few teeth, a piece of skull, but we have their complete genome, sequenced from those tiny fragments. And that genome told us something extraordinary. When researchers compared Denisovan DNA to the genomes of modern populations around the world, they expected to find traces of it in East Asia, near where the bones were discovered. They did find some, about 0.2% in Han Chinese, slightly more in some Tibetan populations. But the highest concentrations of Denisovan DNA on Earth weren't in Asia at all. They were thousands of miles south, in a place no one expected, Papua New Guinea, Australia. Across the islands of Melanesia, modern people in these regions carry between 4% and 6% Denisovan DNA in their genomes, more than 20 times the concentration found anywhere else on the planet. This was the first sign that something strange had happened in that part of the world, something that didn't fit the standard model of human migration. But the real anomaly, the population that truly broke the human family tree, was found not in Melanesia, but in the Americas. When geneticists looked at the DNA of Native American populations, they found something even more unexpected: the Siberian connection. Most Native Americans show strong genetic ties to ancient Siberian populations, like the Malta boy, a 24,000-year-old child buried in Siberia whose genome was sequenced in 2013. This confirmed that the first Americans came from Siberia. But then, in 2015, a study revealed that some Amazonian tribes, like the Surui, Caritiana, and Shavante, carry genetic material more closely related to Aboriginal Australians and Melanesians than to any other population on Earth. This was population Y, a mysterious signal that suggested a separate, older migration into the Americas, the ghost population. But the biggest shock came when researchers dug deeper into the Native American genome. Buried inside their DNA were sequences that didn't match modern humans, Neanderthals, or Denisovans. They were something else entirely. Fragments of an unknown human species that had never been identified in the fossil record. Scientists call this the ghost population. No bones have been found, no fossils, no tools, no trace, except for the DNA they left behind in modern Native Americans. Some estimates suggest that up to 2% of the Native American genome comes from this unknown ancient species. The Andamanese people, a small, isolated population living on the Andaman Islands in the Bay of Bengal, provided the key to understanding this mystery. When geneticists sequenced their DNA, they found Denisovan DNA, the same as in Melanesians and Aboriginal Australians, Neanderthal DNA, like all non-Africans, ghost population DNA, the unknown species, but the Andamanese had something even more surprising. Their Denisovan DNA was different from the Denisovans in Siberia. It matched the Denisovan DNA found in Native Americans. This suggested that Denisovans were not a single isolated population. They were spread across an enormous range, from Siberia to Southeast Asia to the Americas. And when the first wave of modern humans left Africa and pushed into Eurasia, they encountered Denisovans in multiple places, interbred with them, and carried their DNA across the world. The Andamanese, and by extension Native Americans, are not a clean branch on the human family tree. They are a fusion of multiple human lineages, including modern humans from the out-of-Africa migration, Neanderthals from interbreeding in Eurasia, Denisovans from multiple encounters across Asia, the ghost population, an unknown species that left DNA in the Americas. Their genome is a living archive of populations that no longer exist. The Andamanese are one of the last places on Earth where you can still see the full complexity of human ancestry in one population, but they are running out of time. The Great Andamanese number around 50 people. The Ong are estimated at around 100. The Jarawa, who only made peaceful contact in 1998, number around 400. The Sentinelese, who violently reject all outside contact, are believed to number between 50 and 200. If these populations disappear, we lose more than just a group of people. We lose access to a chapter of our own story that we are only beginning to read. The Andamanese are not the only population carrying ghost DNA. In West Africa, separate studies have identified another ghost lineage that contributed to modern populations. In Central Africa, the Pygmy populations carry yet another. In the Amazonian tribes, population Y may be another example. These ghosts are scattered across the human genome like fingerprints at a crime scene where the victim has never been identified. The simple story of human evolution, the one most of us learned in school, was wrong. We were not the only species to walk out of Africa. We were not the only intelligent humans on the planet. For most of our species' existence, the world was full of other people. Neanderthals in Europe, Denisovans across Asia, other unnamed groups in places we haven't yet identified. They lived alongside our ancestors. They competed with them. They sometimes loved them and had children with them. And then, one by one, they disappeared. Some were absorbed, some were displaced, some may have been killed, but all of them left fragments of their DNA in the genomes of the people they mixed with. The Andamanese and Native Americans are the most concentrated examples of that mixing on Earth. They are not a pure population. They are not a primitive population. They are a living archive of everything human history forgot. When geneticists look at their DNA, they are looking at a record of meetings between species that happened tens of thousands of years before any city was built, any language was written, any god was worshipped. And that record is fragile. Subscribe for the next revelation, because history, it's just getting started.